May the 2nd, the wood for the Wood Chopping Festival is ready, all but for, I believe, 6 or 12 springboard poles, which is easily got with the help of Paul Skidder, thank heavens. So all the wood is turned, wrapped, and everything's ready to go. Yeah, now I just got to get my gear packed up for the Champions Trophy, which is in Virginia Beach this weekend at Mount Trashmore. I've got to test some axes and some saws today, in addition to teleworking. But come Wednesday, I am shutting down. I am probably not going to telework. Just relax and enjoy that opportunity. So see what happens. And I'm still sore from all the wood turning. I mean, we turned over 300 blocks on Saturday. And myself and Amber Ald, we wrapped every one of them, with the exception Josh helped too. But I petered out at about 4 p.m. on Saturday after we turned 66 blocks in 1 hour. Then we turned 42 blocks the next hour, and we wrapped all those and stacked them, myself and Amber. And this old man got tired, and my back is still a little bit sore from doing all that. But, you know, it's part of the game, and part of, you know, what volunteering to do it does. And it's something that I've done for, good Lord, this is probably my 40th year or 45th year. Hell, I don't know. But anyway, everyone have a great day. I've been teleworking the past 6 hours. I'd only been hoped to do it for 4 hours, but it's the way shit happens. So now I'm going to test some single saws. I'm not going to say which ones are here, but I'm testing it for 16-inch wood. The first 2 cuts will be with my trainer, and then I'm actually going to use saws that I'm considering using this weekend at the Champions Trophy. As an FYI, sawing on 16-inch wood is a heck of a lot different than sawing on 18 or 19 or 20-inch wood. If you're using an aggressive saw with a larger or more radius or belly, which I tended to do because I'm one of the stronger guys, those saws don't necessarily cut 16-inch wood well. There's just not enough contact with the actual belly of the saw and the block itself. So there is a difference in the type of saw you want to use for a smaller log. This saw is what I refer to as a 2016 fat tooth. It's a Tui plate with a bigger tooth on it than other Tui plates. So we'll see how it goes, see how it feels. Okay, that saw was 8 push strokes and a half pull. So pretty good, but it felt aggressive in the wood. And that's important in this race because your arms are not there. And so I need something that's smoother, something that feels smooth. And so this saw that I'm getting ready to use is a 2015 Tui. It's a bigger belly saw, but it feels much less chatty or less aggressive in the scarf. So I will see how this goes. And that one was 9 strokes, but it was, when I actually put weight on it, it was more aggressive, particularly at the end of the stroke. And that's where, in this type of race, you don't want that. So I'm going to clean that one up and put it back on the wall. All right. This next saw is a 3-cutter Taylor, recently refiled by JP. And kind of excited about this one, just by putting it in the wood. And FYI, the plates that JP and Jim Taylor and Paul Finnegar use are lighter. And sometimes having a lighter plate is good, particularly in smaller wood. The heavier plates, which is what Tui use, is a split gauge, and I think it's thicker. I think that's right. I may be wrong about that. But it's also tempered the full length of the plate instead of just the teeth itself. So it's not as stiff. And it's not as heavy. Well, it was a stroke behind the other one, and the smoothness was not as good as I anticipated. So, next one is a small tooth 3-cutter 2018 Tui refiled by JP. So see how this one goes. Felt good going in, but so did that Taylor. So we'll see what happens. That one felt the smoothest thus far. I mean, like, less chance of me hanging it. I know I jumped that cookie off, but I'm making friggin' less than ½ inch cookies. And yeah, that's just to save wood for training. All of my cookies are friggin' very, very thin. Is a 2-cutter Taylor that was refiled by JP. And we'll see how this one feels. Like I could not hang it, if that makes any sense. Which is weird. Next saw is my wife's 510 3-cutter Tui. It's 510, so I'm gonna have to get a little closer to the log. And the reason why I'm testing this one is because if I'm able to advance in this race, you have to do it repeatedly over the course of 40 minutes to an hour. And this saw is extremely light, and I want to see how many strokes it takes and whether or not the cost-benefit analysis of not hanging versus hanging with something that's more aggressive is something I'm going to weigh in my head. So. Oh, that little sucker's making the trip. That's smooth. It's only an extra stroke, but no way in hell I'm ever going to hang it. I'm going to make one more cut with that fat tooth. I think it's a 2016. I'll have to look on the box, but just because I didn't quite get a full cookie off it, I just want to see how it feels. I pretty much will narrow down to 2 saws, my wife's 510 and that 164 fresh refile. Just feels so smooth, can't not pass it up. The other ones are going back on the shelf, but this one I want to try again. That one's making the trip. Oh yeah. Some gear. This wood that I'm testing it on is relatively dry and it's dense. And so my philosophy is if it's going to cut this wood, it's going to cut anything. The first axe I'm going to try is a little 2 banana. Probably just open up with the 4 hits just to see how it goes. This will be a 42 banana, and I'm going to open it up outside that line. See how it goes. Put 2 chips on the outside of the right side, and then a couple drive hits in with a 52 banana. The next one is about a 2. It's an older axe that's got a little chisel with a moon or a meter grind. This one is a filed banana 2. One is a 4 banana filed. Meter grind in the box. So I got another dry log set up. I'm going to try another meter grind. It's a regrind. See how she cuts on these first 4. An 88 Brute banana. Really curious to see what this one cuts like. This is just going to be testing on drive hits. I'm going to start on the right hand side and work my way across to the left. 66. Firm ass log. $52. 52. That's the best one. 2. 52. 38. 'Next log, I'm going to test the 42, the 52, and the 4, and the 66 bananas. This is a red log. In other words, this is about as rugged as you're going to find. When I say red, it's completely pink on the outside, which normally you don't use bananas in, but well, what the hell. They seem to be cutting it. That's all there. That's not softer. So right now I'm gonna got like a 11.5-inch pine that's dry, and I'm gonna try this 42 in the front and the 52 in the back. And then I'm going to put up a fresh log in the underhand and then a fresh log in the standing. Sometimes axes need some wood polish in order for them to start cutting well. And so, see what we're going to do. Cutting this dead dry stuff. Now I'm going to cut a fresher log. Same 2 axes, the 42 and the 52 banana. I'm going to open up with the 42, finish with the 52. The 52 cut better on the drier wood. Let's see what cuts better on the wetter wood. Major difference between this fresher wood and that dead crap that I have been cutting on. I'm going to try the 52 here in the back. God, I cut that horribly. That absolutely rat shit, but there is a major difference between the fresh wood and the stuff I've been training on. I like it. The 38-inch, I'm going to use the 42 on the front and the 52 on the back. My last training log before the Champions Trophy. Take on the rest of the week off. Oh, she's about to get retarded. Yeah, here we go.